Well, hello everybody and welcome to another live coaching session here on Coach Russ. Here's what we're going to do today. You've seen Clyent and I working a lot together, and today there was an appointment that I had put on the books on Gmail that didn't show up in his world, yet it showed up in his world. In other words,
I missed the appointment.
Yeah, I missed the appointment, and we all do that. We all have that, and my belief as a coach is it's not an intentional act, and it's not a deficiency in us as people. It's the lack of it's a lack of a system or process. And so there's four key things that every single top agent nails. Number one is the schedule. And that's what we're going to work on today, the second half of that scheduling process. We'll do another video in a different location on the first half. So number one is the schedule. Number two is the database. Number three are your conversations.
I'm typing as you say this, by the way.
Yeah, and number four is the tracking of the numbers of your business. Yes, the tracking of the financial numbers. Also, though, the tracking of the actual business activity numbers. So today, the conversation is going to be around the schedule, and we're going to do this second half of the schedule live with Clyent on his computer, looking at his schedule. So one of the things I always ask somebody when they tell me how their life is not working in real estate or their production is not what it should be, I always say, show me your schedule. And so let's look at next week's schedule.
All right, so
what's on the calendar in Google Calendar for next week?
Okay, so we're gonna break that out. We're gonna go to Google Calendar, and we're gonna open that wide.
I'm actually, for once, gonna put on my glasses, so now you guys know I'm older than I look.
All right.
Okay, so, and here is the fun part on this. So let's go to a week view.
Okay. Week view.
So here is what the calendar should be. Go to next week also.
Okay.
The calendar is designed to be your perfect plan for your life going forward. Most
personally and professionally.
Oh yeah, everything. Most folks in every aspect of their life are failing to plan. They think it's just going to show up, and if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I think one of the brilliant gurus out there in personal development said. And so when I look at your calendar, and again from our step one, we're doing a lot of personal work, getting our personal life designed. I see a lot of holes. I see a lot of white space here. I see a lot of lack of planning. And so again, your calendar should reflect your perfect life going forward, your perfect plan. Now, does life sometimes throw you curveballs?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then your plan here is going to evolve as time evolves.
Okay.
So though it's the perfect plan going forward, so if I look as I am here at what's in front, this is what your vision is. When we look at your calendar from today backward, it actually reflects reality. What happened?
So forward reflects hope, or another, that's a weird word, but hope forward projects the plan, backward projects the actual reality of what you actually accomplished. Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so it's a living brain, and that allows you as an individual and me as a coach to get in there and be able to analyze what happened based on what we thought was going to happen, and then change some behaviors or change some habits to solve it. And this calendar activity is a habit.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to start with Saturday. Because Saturday the 5th, and you can go to this Saturday if you want, Saturday the 29th, either one.
Okay, so the 5th
is your God and Family Day, right?
Right. So,
and I see part of it, and yet the afternoon from 1:30 on is wide open.
So in the morning I would go walking or biking. I have that scheduled out to relax. I might do some stretching. Church from 9:30 to 1:30, and typically that would have after church activities, hiking, relaxation points, spiritual growth, but I do not have that.
Who are you doing it with?
Usually with family.
Yeah, right? It's family time.
Okay.
So I always, on our day that's going to be family time, it's on the calendar. Here's the intriguing thing. We will put our veterinarian appointment on the calendar, and we won't put our family on the calendar.
Okay.
If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. It's a house rule. We've all missed stuff.
Okay.
Well, if they're not on your calendar,
So we're literally going to put family time from usually out from church about 2:30 to, let's say, at least around.
I would still make it 1:30. You're not like taking an hour block away from everybody, right?
Well, okay, so 2:30 to
After church, you don't like your family anymore?
Yeah,
You need an hour to recover?
No, oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So let's see, lunch. Lunch is a late lunch, so probably about 2:30. Man, this is kind of interesting because I mean that frame of, I just kept that just like wide open. It's like, okay, whatever we feel like doing right now.
And I'm okay with us having those times of blocks of time that we don't know the specific activity, yet we know we're doing that together.
Okay.
So, for example, you'll see on my calendar, this weekend, there are 3-hour blocks of time, usually around 11 a.m. and or 2:30 and or 6.
Right.
The starting of SEC football games.
A very important time.
So I'll put on there that, it's the Ole Miss versus whoever game. And I know that me and my family, we may not even be together yet. We're going to be doing that activity together. Maybe mom and I are going to be home. The other kids will be in Oxford, Mississippi. We'll still be communicating, watching, having fun.
But it happens together.
Yeah.
So
family time after church, we block it. It happens together. It's family activity.
Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and make this happen again and again.
So the repeating, right there.
Oh, there we want it repeating.
So it's weekly on Saturday. Okay.
Cool. All right. That's locked in.
So we have God, then family, then business is how we build our calendar life. And again, we do some big things, starting large and then coming small. This is the second half of the process.
Okay.
And so a couple other things though about family. And I started, if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. If they're not on your calendar,
do they exist?
Well, they don't exist. That's what you're telling them. They're not that important. And so what else do you plan for you and your spouse and or you and your kids that you're going to do on a regular basis?
So I have some date nights planned.
Oh, show me date night this week. Yeah, come on.
It's not this week.
Well, shouldn't it be every week?
Now you're trying to get me in trouble.
Yes. I'm going to send your wife a copy of this. Because it should be.
Good point. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
just so you know, literally every Thursday we have that blocked out.
Do you have kids at home?
No.
That makes it a little more tough, but we just got to integrate them into the process to know that mom and dad.
It's not like you have.
No, we don't have toddlers. No.
They're older kids.
No. So we integrate them into the process. Hey, this time, au revoir.
Mom and dad are going. We're going to do our stuff. Don't burn the house down.
Right.
And when we get back, we expect you to be at this point in your day.
So for us then, Thursday, let's see. You see, I planned for getaways. So that happens, typically that's my Thursday time. So what I'll do then is I'll go ahead and make...
How much fun, by the way, there's plan for getaway with Adele. Should she be part of that planning process?
Yes.
So that could be part of date night that night you're also part of it is planning the getaway.
So
here's my question.
So it could be date night. Okay, so date night.
It's date night.
/
What time are we starting our date night? Not 8 p.m. I mean, that's kind of old married couple. Hey, we're starting our date night at 8. Let's go.
All right, so probably around the 6:30 standpoint.
Okay, 6:30. And what time's date night in for you?
Probably a good time that should be is maybe about 8 o'clock to be able to get home to make sure kids are functionally got everything they have done.
Can't they do that stuff on their own?
Yeah, we're working on that.
All right.
We truly are.
Yeah.
We truly are.
They're old enough to be able to have that responsibility. So I'm okay with the hour and a half for now, though I would suspect, like Marcy and I, it's more of a 3-4 hour block of time. So we can dine, we can talk, we can maybe go check out what's going on downtown Huntsville. That's what we did last Thursday. So just whatever you want to do, the cool part is there's that 2-3 hour block of time for you and your spouse. I've got some couples that I coach that's their work time. That they're having work on them, and they can actually have some solid conversations because they've been struggling to talk.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that actually happens. You know, life is so busy. You're right. You know, sometimes it's like you kind of like, shoo.
There's a whole lot of that. And again, that's part of this tool, is helping to stop that from occurring. Because again, the average person isn't planning that stuff. And so they're saying, hun, we'll get together.
When we can get together.
When we have the time.
When we have the time.
And
does that ever happen?
Never shows up.
Never shows up.
And then all of a sudden things start happening, relationship breaks down.
What happened? Well, you never talk to me.
All right, so we got date night, and you're doing, so let's go to next week again. Oh, this is a touch screen.
It's a touch screen.
Oh, jeezy peasy. I go touching something, and let's go to next week. Perfect, I can actually do it. Okay, so you didn't make that repeat.
I did. It was supposed to.
Well, so go back and make it repeat.
Yeah, I was in the wrong. Okay.
Monthly, really?
That was
I think she's more of a weekly woman.
I thought I hit weekly.
All right.
This and following.
Correct. Perfect.
Boom.
Okay.
All right.
So now let's go to this week. So we've got the personal stuff on there. See, by the way, you see these white boxes?
Yeah, those are you.
That stuff I've given to you. Are you planning on doing Wired Wednesday this week?
Yes, because it's there.
Open it up. Yes, except that you're attending, and you have your choice of this or all of the above.
Oh, well, I'll just do this because I'll be able to.
That's great. We'll hit to that. Boom, it's now colored on your calendar.
Gotcha. So this means if it's blanked out, it's there, not accepted, which is probably why it didn't remind me.
Correct.
This morning.
Because you didn't say you attend. So let's go back though as we're building this, because there's one other piece I haven't mentioned I want you to do. Sunday afternoon. I recommend Sunday afternoon. It could be Monday morning if you so choose. When do you work on your weekly calendar?
Preferably Sunday evening. Because really we should, when at Monday morning at 6 o'clock, I should not be doing any theorizing as to what's going on.
So what time Sunday evening are you going to work on your calendar?
Best time would probably be about 6:30.
Okay. You already did it. Type in there. You're on 6:30.
Okay. Work.
Calendar planning time.
Okay, let's do that. Okay.
Make it light green.
Oh, really? Okay. I was going to make it yellow for EXP.
Nope. Light green, which is the sage color they call it.
Right here? Yeah. Okay.
Click on it.
Okay. Reasoning.
Those are revenue preparing activities. Working on your calendar, I consider a revenue preparing activity.
I usually do dark green for like I'm doing a closing because that means I'm literally getting money.
Correct. Dark green is money, and it is truly money generating activity. So not just a closing, going on a listing appointment.
Right.
Call time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's where you make your money.
Right.
So let's save that bad boy. Click on the does not repeat there. Oh, I already did. I do think the touch screen's kind of entertaining.
Yeah, I like
Weekly on Sundays.
All right. Save. You want more options?
Nope, just save. You're fine.
All right.
Boom, it's now on it.
Okay. And we're going to take that off. Okay. Delete this and all of that. All right.
So, the real estate job description comes into 4 categories.
All right, hold on one second. Because I'm going to do a little
Go back to your notes.
As you do that, for the drafts. Okay, cool. All right.
So this is the job description. Lead generate.
Of course.
Generating new business, new relationships.
Okay, lead generation.
Number 2, lead follow-up. Lead generation will make you money. Lead follow-up will make you wealthy. Okay? Number 3.
Hold on, what is that?
All right. Runny nose today.
Okay.
Make you wealthy. He's making all kinds of great notes.
Okay.
Maybe he'll speed up the video through this section. Who knows?
That's important. Hey, people are gonna listen, guys. If I'm doing this and you have not done this, the whole purpose of this endeavor, these number of videos that we're going over, is a learning process, not only for me, sometimes for us, but hopefully for you as well. We're looking to make this a journey for everyone involved. If we all get to the finish line, then we've all won.
Yeah.
So let's learn. So if you don't have your laptop out, you should have it out. Let's go.
Yeah, and you can always pause it, do the work, turn it back on. So lead generate, lead follow-up, go on appointments.
All right.
And negotiate contracts.
Cool.
That is your real estate job description as a new agent or an agent who is not producing to the level
That you want to produce
that you, I'm going to even use the words, the level that covers your expenses. You should have done that math, and it's something that we're going to work on later, the real math of real estate, because when you get a $10,000 gross commission check, you're maybe seeing 40% of that for you and your family to be able to pay your bills if you're running your business right, paying your taxes right, paying your operation right. So we'll get into that another time on this. These are the 4 though during that, and once you're there, let's put in number 5.
Okay. 5. Job description.
Develop your marketing. Develop marketing. See, we have been taught, and the real estate job description is taught to be prospecting focused, marketing enhanced. And I hear that time and time again around multiple companies, including my previous one.
Prospect, yeah.
And if that's your life, then that's your life. You don't have a business, you have a real estate job. That's why it's called the job description. A real business is marketing focused, prospecting enhanced, where you're driving inbound traffic, and that comes from all the different marketing work you do. Now, most agents never nail the job description first. I'm just gonna market, I'm gonna post on social media.
And the money will come.
And it never does. It's a rarity that does. So that's why we focus the job description first, and then we'll shift into the marketing. And you and I are already working on the marketing, which is kind of cool. Right. So let's go back to your calendar, because when I look at your calendar,
you don't see a marketing
anything related to the job description. There is no lead generation time, no lead follow-up database time, no pre-planned appointment times, no pre-planned negotiation time.
I need those things again. Hold on 1 second. Let's go through that again.
They're there. Lead generate.
Oh, okay. The same was the
Yeah, it's the same
okay.
form.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
all right, cool.
I'm going to work this backwards because those are in the order of importance for you as an agent.
So you're actually going to start with develop marketing.
No, because that is the business.
Oh, I thought you said you
that's
were going to go
5.
backwards.
Well,
Okay, okay.
That's why I said this is a bonus. Put some steps between negotiate contracts and develop marketing. Because develop marketing only happens after you've got your revenue stabilized. You've got to have the income to take care of your family. Otherwise, as you're developing marketing, you're just building a deeper hole that you got to get out of. Okay? So we want to make sure that they've got their financial house stabilized and learn the job
Right.
before they become truly the business owner and run the business.
Okay.
There's so many companies out there, including my previous one, that says you have a real estate business if you lead generate, lead follow up, go on appointments, and negotiate contracts. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. You just have a JOB. The moment you stop lead generating, lead follow up, no revenue shows up.
Gotcha.
By getting the marketing place, we can flip that on its head.
Okay.
Let's not worry about that. Let's do this job description first.
Right.
Back to your calendar.
So let's go back. So let's go to the
Calendar.
lead generation aspect
No.
of the calendar. Oh,
Nope.
no, we're going to plug that in.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay. What are we doing?
Because those are in the order of importance, and we're going to get them on the calendar in a certain way, and I'll show you in a moment.
Okay, cool.
Yet it's the reverse order of priority. If someone else just set appointments for you and you went on listing appointment after listing appointment, all day was just listing appointments, would that be a pretty good real estate life?
In general, yes.
Okay? Yeah. If the
Because
appointment,
you're just closing. Boom, 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 boom.
now, you ever had a doctor's appointment?
Yeah.
You ever had a surgical appointment?
Yeah. You see the doctor at the end, after the nurse, after the front
when you
desk.
called the doc to schedule surgery, did he go, when you want your surgery?
No.
He said, I'm in my surgical suite Thursdays afternoon, Wednesdays morning. He had a plan ahead of time of when he's in his surgical suite.
Right.
Our surgical suites are the appointments.
Okay.
So when in your day, and let's just look at, let's look at Wednesday, because this is beautiful.
So,
When on Wednesday would be a nice 2 or 3 hour block of time that you could pre-plan for a listing appointment.
I would like to do that either between 10:30 and 11:30 in the morning, or between 1:30 and 2:30 in the afternoon.
So I want to block a 2 hour block minimum, anywhere from 2 to 3 hour block of time.
You know what? I don't. You know.
Let's make it a 2 hour block.
This is funny. I don't even have lunch in here.
That's okay. That's part of the real estate diet plan. You get so busy you can't eat. All right.
All right.
So you said 10:30 to 11:30?
On Wednesday.
Wednesday.
All right. So
why don't we do 10:30 to 12:30 on Wednesdays? And let's schedule that block of time.
And what we're gonna.
So
call
do me a
this,
favor,
right?
just hit more options, because you already collected the wrong date.
All right.
Change it to November 2nd, because that's Wednesday.
All right. Cool.
And we said 10:30 to 11:30. Excuse me, to 12:30. 10:30 to 12:30.
I may have some things that I'm plugging in there. Let's say, can we say
10:30 to 12:30. You're going to block a 2 hour block of time.
Okay.
2 hour minimum. Now, let's talk about the title.
All right.
This is the title of these 2 or 3 hour blocks. 2, 2.5, 3 hour blocks. LA, comma, BA, comma, FU, comma, LG.
Okay.
Any idea what that stands for?
No. Listing appointment?
Listing appointment,
Okay.
comma, listing appointment, comma, buyer's appointment, comma, follow up, that's what FU means to us, comma, lead generate. So that 2 hour block of time is now pre-planned for a listing appointment. If we don't have a listing appointment and a buyer calls, can we put the buyer in that slot?
Yes.
So then we would change it to a buyer's appointment, and on either of those you would put in, you change the title of the appointment to either the address of the listing appointment or the names of the clients for the buyer appointment. Here's the key with this.
And the that's the follow-up, right? So we're going to put that in. Because what I'm doing, I'm just going to go ahead and put, the subtitles.
Yeah. And lead gen.
Follow-up and lead gen.
Here's the key I was getting to. This is a descending list of activities that are going to happen in that block of time. So if you get
And
to
we're going
next,
to color that light green.
no, this is dark green, baby.
Dark
this
green,
is
really?
basil. This is revenue. Any of those are revenue generating activities.
Okay.
So save that bad boy.
All right. So we're going to save it we want it to repeat on Wednesdays.
Every Wednesday.
On
I want to get back into the why on this so people understand.
Okay.
It's descending order of priority. We're never going to waste a block of time. So many people put a block of time for something on their schedule, and then if something happens and that appointment cancels, ooh, I got a free 2 hours. No. This is on the books now as A listing appointment comes in, we change the title of that day, put the listing appointment on. A buyer appointment comes in, we say, hey, how is Wednesday morning? We block it in. And if not, then that 2-hour block of time is dedicated and pre-planned for doing follow-up and lead gen.
Got it.
Period.
Got it.
So if you don't have enough appointments, this is going to give you 20, 30 hours a week potentially, if you do it right, of lead generation activity, follow-up activity, otherwise known in my world as conversations. And each and every one of us is paid in direct proportion to the number of conversations we have.
That we have.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
we're putting in the quantity conversations, and as we set appointments, those now shift to the quality conversations. Make sense?
It does.
So
It
you're
does.
going to now take this and you are going to replicate it across your life. Now, first thing I want you to do here though, this video with Clyent, I'm going to send you another one for Thursdays.
Okay.
And we are now going to have Tuesdays and Thursdays blocked for you and I.
Okay.
We're going to go
All
out and keep shooting our content.
So I'm going to go ahead and accept this.
Yep. And then I'll create you another one. Just say yes.
8 p.m.
I know, but I got the whole day blocked out. It doesn't mean we have to. It's not like we're dating. You're not married to your calendar. Okay? We actually have the power of choice. It's so cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Now, my wife's giving me a bad time that we got some kind of bromance going on.
Yeah,
because we're together so much.
We can adjust it. But guys, here's one of the things that I want to show you. Maybe it might not. Let's see if it.
You can hold it up there.
Little by little, those things are filling in. Little by little, they're filling in. I saw his calendar. It makes mine look just. I mean, he has very few holes in his calendar. Period.
So, little by little, that's what it begins to look like. Yeah, I got a few holes in there. By the way, the only reason there's holes in there is because each and every one of you and everybody in my world has access to my calendar to schedule through multiple websites that I have. And if I had everything blocked off, then nothing would show up as an available time slot for you guys. And so I want to make those time slots available to be able to help and coach and train and teach. Otherwise, it'd be fully scheduled.
So, you know, I don't know if you just realized what you said, but in essence, what you have actually said is your calendar defines the importance of those that are around you. Because, and if you guys got this, you know, for those of you that are on the team, he is basically saying, I am making allotments to serve you within the purpose of your business, within what he considers to be important, which is his calendar. So that's pretty, it's just another way of thinking about it.
And think about those allotments. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, we have a 30-minute 9 a.m. allotment that the leadership team's going to be there. Every Wednesday, 1 to 2, we have an hour allotment for private training on your technology that you can get in small group training on. Every Monday, from 2 to 3, we have a private tutorial on business development. Every Monday then from 3 to 5, we have a workshop on call time that I'm running and leading, and that is going to now be every Tuesday 2 to 5, Wednesday 2 to 5, Thursday 2 to 5, Friday 2 to 5. We're going to now make those workshops available to everyone to be able to plug in and actually do these activities of lead generation and lead follow-up, and to get immediate coaching if you run into a roadblock, whether it's a mindset roadblock or a conversation that didn't go well.
I think that's important, you know, because in regards to the organization that we're with currently, it's very virtual. And actually, I had a conversation with an agent yesterday that I was talking with who had called me with, you know, just a little bit of, I kind of feel like my broker is kind of a little disjointed there. And being able to say, hey, you know what, come on over. We can, even if you're not within our organization yet, we can hold your hand and pull you through.
Yeah.
I know that's something that an agent will appreciate, particularly if they're not here, because, you know, with some brokers, if you're not in their team, you get no help.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many places we can go with that. We probably should in future video because.
But I just wanted to just say that within this context.
I will say, because of this scheduling part that we're implementing with you and implementing, and I've implemented at a high level now, a couple of great things. Number one, I am never wasting mind space whatsoever on attempting to keep track of what I have coming up in my life. In fact, my subconscious just let go of it. So, Monday morning, I'm not thinking, I open up my phone, my subconscious knows everything's organized, and I'm just running that program, if you will. And I'm not thinking about tomorrow, Tuesday, or tomorrow after that, Wednesday, and every morning it's that same way. My brain now knows in the morning, 6 to 6:30 is part of my routine. I'm checking my calendar, see what's going on.
Running the program. I like that, running the program.
It's just running the program, so your subconscious is doing that, and it does it. 99% of your life that you're living right now, you are running on autopilot. How many have ever been like thinking of other stuff, driving?
Unprogrammed autopilot.
Yeah. Or sometimes programmed, like driving, for example. My favorite example, and it's happened to me multiple times, you get sidetracked, you're on the phone, and all of a sudden you're in your driveway. The subconscious took over, knew every drive turn to get you home. You really weren't thinking about it because you were on your phone having a great conversation.
You just showed up at home. Oh,
yeah,
I'm here.
By the way, the non-programming part, you're driving somewhere you don't know in that same state and you miss your turnoff. Tell me that hasn't happened to you.
It has.
Okay.
Happens to everyone.
Going home, you never miss the turnoff.
Right. Because that is hardwired in.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So doing this gets that hardwired in. The other piece that I love about this is what it does for you in your ability to now let go of some of that programming you have about always serving everyone and being yes people. Real estate agents love being the firefighter. They love taking care of other people's problems and solving them, and so they tend to say yes to everything else, and it takes away from their life.
So this allows you to be able to say no. If someone says, hey, can you do this for me? Let me check my calendar.
Well, here's the key component.
Okay.
You're not saying no.
You
never have to say no. Instead, it's let me check my calendar or let me check my schedule. I am so sorry. I love to do that, and my schedule says that I do not have the bandwidth.
I do not have the bandwidth to do that at this point in time.
You don't have to say any no anymore. The calendar's doing it for you. And so it just frees you to focus on what's truly important, God, family, and the important business building aspects, and let go of all that other superfluous stuff that's getting in the way.
Okay. This is deep. So we're not going to keep you guys here forever, but I'm going to go through the process of increasingly filling this out. And color coding
dark green,
right.
revenue generating activity, light green, revenue preparing activity. Those are my two keys. That way when you look at your calendar, and first of all, there's not enough green, you know you got to get that on there. And then number two, if it's all green and you don't have the family colors in there,
you know something's off balance.
Exactly. And by the way, when we do step one for you, this is step two. Step one is the quote national calendar, the full year calendar that we go through to develop our life, our plan ahead. And we're going to do that in the business planning clinic. I believe we're having one here in November. We'll talk about that piece and how you really plan your life, planning your vacations, your personal stuff. That's all about you and getting your plan in place before you put the business plan in place.
You know, it's interesting that you say that. There's a good friend of mine who is he's doing really well. And he said something that I never forgot, and I have not fully implemented, but that is in process. He said, you know, the wealthy do not plan around their business. He said they plan around their family and vacations.
Amen.
First.
Yeah.
And I was like, but that's so backwards for the typical middle class person, because like, I work, and if I have time, then I'll go on vacation. And he's like, as a wealthy individual, I need that vacation time to recharge me so that when I work, I'm working at an extremely high capacity. And I said,
well, here's the other fun part for you and me and everybody in real estate. What happens to your real estate business the week before that vacation you finally planned?
Oh, everything just busts loose, man. It's like, can I get away? Am I actually going to be able to get away because the world has just exploded? Because I'm going on vacation. Like, the world must know that. The universe knows you're going on vacation, so we're going to make your life crazy.
So
Just
let
2
me
days
get this
before.
straight. Business goes nuts the week before a vacation, and we know that. We've experienced it.
Yep.
So if you want more business going nuts and exploding,
Go on more vacations and,
Right?
plan your life properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It never fails.
no.
It's like it never fails.
Yep.
I mean, I know, like, for our family, a lot of times we like road trips. So, I'll say to my wife, hey, we're leaving at 9 o'clock. And at 7:59, 8:30, I'm trying to get things done.
In another piece we can talk about leverage as well, guys. This is all about, let's make sure we get the schedule dialed in. That is the number one key component. And remember, it is a process, not a destination. It has taken me years of doing this every day, of getting in the habit to be where I am now with a great schedule that serves me well. And does it still break down? Yeah, things still happen. I wound up today being about 10 minutes late for an appointment because I didn't build in enough drive time. It's going to happen, and all that is a learning moment for the next time. So implement this. Also, if you would please, we're going to be doing a lot of this coaching here. Subscribe to the channel. You'll see it over there, the red button on which side, wherever it is. Number 2, like the video if it was likable. If not, that's okay. At least let us know in the comments what we can do to get better. And of course, if you're implementing something and having a success, by all means, you're doing this and working it and pausing the video and getting it done, give us a comment and let us know how it went. And that being said,
And don't forget, share it with other people.
I like that
What
one.
is the purpose of you having information and keeping it to yourself? There's no fun in that.
Yeah. So that being said, we're going to be here on the Coach Russ channel often, continuing to put content out there for you. Feel free, communicate with us. And of course, if you have any questions, you can call me, Coach Russ. The last name's here. If you Google me, you'll find the phone number. And of course, Clyent is always here for you in Huntsville, Alabama, to handle all those real estate referrals. We're working together to help us build a business and help you. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys. Be good.